I would like to talk to you today about the nature of mind. Mind is what Charles Fillmore used to call God, but also what we have within ourselves. It's essentially the reflection of God that is in us that we use to make decisions, to live our lives, etc. And I'd basically like to break it down into three parts. So if you consider the mind as a giant circle, let's say there's a giant circle of whatever mind is. At the top third of this circle, you could say you have the conscious mind. This conscious mind is what we think and how we relate to the world. There is a level underneath that, which I will call the subconscious mind, meaning under, not visible. We don't know what we're thinking down here. We don't know what's going on in the subconscious mind exactly, not all the time. Beneath the subconscious mind is what in Unity is called the superconscious mind. This superconscious mind is the mind that is connected with the divine, that is connected with the universe, that knows, that it actually has access to information that neither the conscious nor subconscious mind does. This is the realm of ideas, where the power and the grace of the divine is both ours and not ours at the same time. You might say it's also the realm of the ideas, as in Plato. This is where the thought process or the creative process that manifests out into particular things happens. So what we try to do in Unity is get ourselves to be in contact with this superconscious mind, that the conscious mind now is actually in process with using the superconscious energy and wisdom, and is also in alignment. The real magic of life is being able to access this superconscious mind. All that sounds pretty easy, except there's this subconscious mind between the two, between the conscious mind and the superconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the blockage. Now, it doesn't have to stay that way. Part of the work that Charles and Myrtle Fillmore did in creating an understanding of how to access the superconscious mind was they had their formula for dealing with the subconscious mind. So this idea of getting to the superconscious mind was worked on by them, and their two favorite ways of doing it were with affirmations and denials. Denial could be something as simple as X has no power over me. And that X could be anything. It could be the federal government, my body, the lawsuit that I'm in, the disease I'm experiencing, my relationship, whatever it is, my lack of education has no power over me. It doesn't mean that you deny it exists. You don't even deny that that is a problem in essence. You deny this one particular thing, which is that it has power over you. And then saying an affirmation, you say the words, I am prosperous. Let's say it was money that you were worried about. I am prosperous. You affirm the truth. Now, at the level of the superconscious mind, you absolutely are prosperous. There is infinite supply. There are great ideas, and the energy to bring those ideas into fruition. I am prosperous is true at this level. At the subconscious mind, you may have been telling yourself for years that you do not have enough, that I'm inadequate, or that the world is against me, or that I can't succeed in whatever I'm doing. That it may be the story you have told so much that the layer of the subconscious mind, which is just a real habit machine, the habit machine is saying, I don't have enough. But after having said the denial that whatever my problems were cannot control me, I am prosperous, you begin to drill down through that subconscious mind. You are like putting a well through this down to the source of the energy and the ideas, the superconscious mind. You put a source down that says, I am prosperous. But they also believed in meditation. And in meditation, they often wanted to get to this still place. The still place is an interesting thing. As we do meditation and we begin to quiet the mind, we essentially often slip past the barriers of the subconscious mind, slip right past that jungle of thoughts that's there, and you access this divine ideas, the superconscious mind. We access the peace that might be there, the quiet, but also the insight and the understanding. And so the Fillmores and many people since them have used meditation as a way of essentially thinning out the subconscious mind's blockage and letting more of that superconscious mind come up. One other way of doing that is by visualization. To somehow in the process of visualization, when done right, and I'm not really sure how to describe that, but when in contact with the higher self, with the superconscious mind, as you visualize, you begin to form nature, your experience, at least your own perception around the vision. And as you visualize, you begin to essentially draw from this wealth of energy and ideas how it can be. And you begin to form, almost like a magician, you begin to form the world around you. Pierce through this subconscious and you get down to the superconscious mind. You're now not in just your mind, you're in the mind of God, the mind of the universe, however you say it. And when that begins to percolate up through into your consciousness and you begin to agree with it, then the whole of that has access to your way you feel, the way you think, but also it has access to everything else around it. And you begin to be the beneficiary of choosing your reality